Once the possessed chicken realizes that we realize that it's a possessed chicken, it tries to play it cool. Lucian went ahead and cast Detect Thoughts to see if it could get any information from it. How can we apply the Orb of No Fat Chicks? I don't like sand. It's coarse. Not like a chicken. Chickens are soft. Alright, just play it cool. Once I bust this joint, the first order of business is evil chicken feed. Then nothing will stop me from taking over the world. But be cool. Scotia, that chicken wants to take over the world. Can you go kill it? Alright, but Lord Voldemort, don't watch. I don't want you to see this. After Scotia deals with the possessed chicken, which really isn't that hard. I mean, it's chicken, they have like 1 HP. We continue into the room to find a brain in a jar, which is exactly what it sounds like. The most dangerous part of it was the domination spell that it used on a chicken. So after a brief skirmish, we emerge victorious and do the old looty-looty of the roomy. We find some interesting items, including something that Lucian identifies as a Bodak eye. A Bodak eye is the eye of a Bodak, which is an undead husk of a person from the abyssal plane, and anything killed by a Bodak's death gaze spawns a Bodak from the corpse. Super evil stuff we're dealing with here. A person can replace one of their own eyes with this, and then gain a death gaze once per day. Since it's only a graft, the person doesn't really have to worry about spawning more Bodaks, fortunately. None of us, however, want that thing anywhere near our eyes. We unanimously voted, fuck that. Still, the thing seemed useful, and selling it might put it in the wrong hands. So after Lucian and Scotia talked for a bit, we decide to keep it. In Lord Voldemort. Now, a chicken's head is obviously too small for a human-sized eye, so we couldn't just replace one of his eyes with this. However, we did some spitballing and came to the conclusion that if we cleared some space, we could probably fit it in its chest. So we set up a little surgery area, and Jerry, being the best at heal checks and has healing on standby, led the surgery, being assisted by Lucian and Scotia. I was given the task of making him a cute little chicken sweater with my paint so he doesn't accidentally try to kill us every day. I added a little flap on the front so we could lift it up when we wanted him to death gaze. After some time goes by, Lord Voldemort emerges from surgery with the eye successfully grafted on his body, and we quickly put the sweater on him. We now have a chicken with death gaze once per day. What a time to be alive. Now there's still a bit of uncertainty if this thing's going to accidentally go off on us or not go off at all, and we want to avoid that. Unfortunately, none of us know Chickenian, so we can't really communicate with Lord Voldemort. Fortunately, there's a mage's guild in Harborsport called the Eldralith Cult that probably knows a way. So we pack our shit and start taking off, grabbing some loot on the way out. I snag part of the wall depicting the big scary monster, and we head back towards Harborsport. When we arrive, we have no problems tracking down the guild. It's also the only place to purchase magic items in town. We chat with the cult a bit and find out they all speak infernal and perform undead surgeries. We get a hunch that these guys are pretty evil, but they sound perfect for this, and they tell us they can do exactly what we want. So they set up their ritual, and energies start flowing around our beloved Lord Voldemort. After some time, it subsides, and the cultists beckon us towards the chicken. Scotia picks up Lord Voldemort and says, "Lord Voldemort?" And after a few moments, "Father?"